The first club installation we had was renovation of hostel and bus. Of course, Saui was excited to have me on board that renovation. And then after that renovation, having to deliver what hustle was actually meant to be when it was first dreamt of, the dream coming alive, now made is clinging onto our brand that's Nourch, broadcast light and effect limited, to continue to handle his lighting project. And so from hustle, we went to Lagos and created the tourism that Nigerians had to tour Lagos when it comes to nightlife. Vanity, that's the creation of Vanity. It was after hustle we created Vanity, and everybody toured Vanity. That it got to a point where my cousin was asking me at the kind of laudable audience to get about the Vanity. When you tell them that it's his cousin that actually did Vanity, that they say is a lie. How come they don't have videos about it? As in, they don't see them post videos about them and all that. Because at the time we were under in the sense that I was trying to build my team. You know, knowing the dream I had is not something for myself alone. It's a collective. So I needed the right minds to be around so that we can pilot that ship to as far as our eyes can actually see. Because there's a limit to where my eyes can get to. But a member of the team can see further, which was what my former boss did not see. It was just about him, and I didn't want that focal point on me. So
he's the boss.
Yes. Nourch Broadcast is a tax-paying company. We do our annual returns as it stands to date. From the onset, I knew where I was going to. It's actually the team that will take us up or bring us down. So I'm particular about my team leads. And like you know, from Vanity, we went ahead to create a Boho. Of course, there are pocket lounge clubs that doesn't have that brand name as it is that we had worked in. You understand? But we had Hustle, we had Vanity, we had Boho Fashion Lounge in Lagos. Then we came back to Moscow. Magic City, we've done renovation in Magic City twice. Of course, I've had maintenance sessions for House on the Rock, Abuja. We didn't continue because I'm somebody who believes anywhere I come into, if I come to work for you, I don't just come in to throw away all you have and tell you, oh, you see, you have to buy another things. No. I work with what you have, and then if there is need for you to change anything, I will tell you the reason why you have to. Not just come in and then tell you, no, everything here doesn't work, we have to start afresh. No. That's not good for business, not even for my own personal business. Right now, I like for someone else. In Port Harcourt, we created another Magic Maserati PH. Is at Evo Road in GRA Port Harcourt. Then there's another in Aba that's supposed to come up. We have the Latinos in Umuahia. There's several of them. I just cannot have all. I can't see them all now. But everywhere we stepped in, we always give that wow response each time you step in there.
You started in 2022.
Yes.
3 years.
2020.
This year will make it 3 years.
Exactly. January this year is 3 years.
And the growth is massive.
There's a vision.
Wow. So, what are the challenges you face so far in this your line of business?
The challenge has always been logistics, because with a team of young men, you choose to make some certain kind of appearance. And, we are prototyped in this country that if you dress a certain way, you're a Yahoo person.
Yeah.
Where I said logistics is, we'd have to use the road to transport our equipment. Because like I said, having a vision made us have logistics vehicles. We don't third party carry equipment. We carry them as we have our own trucks that deliver our equipment to wherever we're going to. We make sure that is, because that helps you to tell your timeline whenever you're going for a project. If you're scheduling a 2-day for an installation or an event, your 2 days is your 2 days because you're managing your time. Not when you now have to fall into the hands of somebody else who will tell you his stories and all that. So in Nigeria, You know you have to use the orange plate number for your vehicles because they are commercial, carrying goods. There's this local government paper you must get annually, and then after 4 months they tell you need to get something else. So, and they always lay ambush. The way the local governments are, that's the way the road safety is, that's the way the police are. So I can tell you that's the only challenge I will tell you I face in the industry. Logistics. The fact to move from one state to another. The constraint you have to face is law enforcement agencies. They are the problem of businesses in this country.
Tend to be asking for bribe and all of that, even when you have everything.
Everything is intact. They will always want to look out for faults. But of course, judging from where I was coming from, I have somebody who I have been on the wheels. I started driving as far back as was when I was 14 years old. Yes, I can. I was 14 when I started driving. My 11th birthday gift for my dad was a car. So that's where the driving passion started. So, and I didn't just, my understanding of driving is not just going to the wheel, just the same way I talk about lighting. Anything I do, I don't just go to the end result. I always start from the basics, the foundation. So, and the foundation is to get your documents right. Every vehicle I drive, the documentation for the one that carries good. Of course, apart from your vehicle license, you have your insurance. Third-party insurance is mandatory in the country. Then you have a Hackney permit. Hackney permit allows you to carry goods from point A to point B. Then, of course, for Lagos registered vehicles, you have what you call CMR. Then roadworthiness is what gets your vehicle worthy for the road. These are the major, apart from local government that has an infinity documents. And then ensure that the vehicles are always ready for movement at all times.
Okay. Away from the Nourch broadcast lights and effects, wow, with your massive progress in the industry. Now, I want to know, because I'm curious.
Yeah.
In 3 years, you've achieved what most people would have achieved in 10 years. In a nutshell, tell us the secret behind your success. Because with the way you are going in the industry, even if they take you from here and put you in a desert, I think you beautify the desert and turn it to something else.
Sure.
I want to know.
Now, the secret is in one word: price. Now, price for me is professionalism, reliance, innovation, creativity, and excellence. And that chanted the course of our motto with Nourch is a freedom to creativity. That's our hashtag. That has been my drive, you know. And then coupled with the fact that I have the best team, because I wouldn't have done anything without my team being at the back, pushing me forward. Even when I tell them, no, see, this is a collective, they say, no, we need to allow you the space so that you can go forward and win for us and all that. So I have the best team, and they've actually helped in our movement.
You know, back in 10 years back,
Yeah.
specifically the nightlife scene, you don't see where somebody is standing in front of the machine controlling the nightlife, club lights. They'll just put it on, and then maybe if there is anything wrong with it, the electrician will fix it.
True.
But now, fast forward to 2025, every club is buying the idea of having a professional that is controlling them.
Now,
so how has the Nigerian entertainment and event industry influenced the demand for quality light and effect?
now, if I should actually bring in the Nollywood industry into whatever it is that I have in our industry, it was like them. You know, it took a while for people to begin to recognize the Nollywood industry. They had to push. Let me, for instance, there's a lighting company called Chave, manufacturing company called Chave. The Chave has two series. They have the professional series and the DJ series. Now, the professional series are more expensive than the DJ series. Now, most of the times, what people buy as light are the DJ series and not the professional series. The professional series are built for a lifetime because they are meant to do some rigorous work. Why the DJ series is a plug and play, easy play. Like I said in the introduction, lighting industry has helped a lot of people to understand that for you to have a good production, there is no way you can do the way light. I said you can be having a bad day with your DJ, and then when the light guy is over there doing some magics, he will lighten you up, and then you feel okay, there's something of interest instead of listening to the music. And then maybe while looking at the light effects, your interest can go back to the music you thought was rubbish, and then you start enjoying it back. So it's there to balance it. The quest to have the reading beat to light gave him the room for people having light controllers. Everybody now wants a light controller. Of course, there are several light controllers. I will tell you that we're still not there. If we have just 100 light controllers in this country, it's just about 5 persons that is doing the right thing.
You say there are people that manufacture lights.
Yeah.
They have the DJ
series and the professional series.
Professional series.
Exactly.
So this DJ series, has it been in existence since?
Yes. The DJ series have always been in existence.
And the professional series have always been in existence.
Exactly.
But it's just that we in Nigeria here, based on how
all we know is light. We don't know there is a professional series and there's a DJ series.
Wow.
Now the DJ series are easy plugs.
So that means we've been using the DJ series.
DJ series are all we are prone to. That's all we are used to.
So it's just now that we are adapting to.
It's now that some of us are beginning to recognize the professional series, because the professional series is the real light.
Wow. And you've given me a 2-minute lecture.
So the professional series is the real light.
So how has Nourch Broadcast adapts to changes in technology and customer expectations?
Let's take for instance, there's a recent project that we're just concluding at Magic City, the renovation of Magic City. Everywhere they're bringing back the neon. There's a light called rope light called neon. It has been in existence, faded off, and it's coming back. Everyone is adopting it again now. There is also a matrix light solution. Everybody wants a matrix light solution where you have strip lights, affecting to the rhythm of light from the operation of the computer. Somebody will tell you, oh, I want this light, I want this light. And your job as a professional is to advise them that this is what will work for you. Because don't forget that there's a brand that will be attached to the job. So, and when somebody comes and asks who did this, you mention them. Your next job should be better than your last job. So, advising the customers, bringing solution, like I talked about, having the magic solution is a lot. Why you have someone's the moving head, you understand? Not everybody can actually handle using a laptop to control lights, but you can actually use a laptop to control your lights. For you to use your laptop to control your lights on some of the soft lighting software, you must have to use your original lights, because they are the only ones that can allow you to patch them using what you call an AtNet and a dongle from the supposed control manufacturer that would have created whichever control software you want to use to control your lights. We see your space and then we advise you, tell you, if you go this route, you can spend more, and if you go this route, you will spend less. But the watchword is to ensure that you leave your customers wanting to come back. They want to know why they are coming back there. So we're always concerned about your budget. That brings me to what I was telling you about. I don't come to a place and condemn everything we have. When I come, I see what you have, of course, work with it, and then tell you what you can bring in so that you can enjoy what you paid for. Magic City recently adopted the Matrix lighting system into what they have. Now, we did it differently, like every other person will do. Normally, somebody would want to, for you to have a magic, you have a laptop with the magic software and the key for you to effect that. But with an Apple light, you can actually make that happen. Now, what is our gain in this? Our gain in it is we're able to create that total mood. When you want a red, everywhere goes red from one particular position, one person controlling it, and not, oh boy, I want to go red, you go red, let's go red. But that gives you that synergy because it's human. No matter how proximity can never be accurate, but having just one person control it makes it easier and more, it makes it professional, not easier, but use the word easier, makes it more professional and appreciating. So that's it.
Okay, what advice would you give to young entrepreneurs who want to venture into the lighting and effect industry? Because like the way you live your vows, I believe one of your workers would want to establish theirs someday.
Sure. It's my desire. I don't pray for every member of my team to stay with me forever. Of course, the dream, I tell them, where a company is a tree and is expected to grow branches so that the tree can grow taller. It's until it springs up branches, that's where from the branch you continue to see the height that comes. Being together helps us to have a proper root, a stronger root rather, deep down. So once it's solid and you spring out, because there's always a reference back to your start. That is the drive. My advice is have a proper mentorship. Be mentored. Don't be in a hurry, because these days you have a lot of youth. All their drive is I just want to do something and make money. The passion for the job is usually not there. It's all about
Money.
the ends meet. So, but for me, it was in the passion. What are we going to do different? Every other person, like I said, everybody is doing the same thing, but we want to do something different from what every other person does, and that was it. So you need to get mentorship. Then you should align your vision. What are you aiming at? If it's about the money, then there's no need of you starting, because there are days when you won't get that money. It's actually the passion for what you're doing that will sustain you. If you don't have the passion, that means you get depressed. First, you need to get mentorship. You need to have a vision. Then your vision will help you to align your goals, so that you'll be able to know what and what to do at any time anything comes to you. Like I said, some people, all they just want to start a business so that they can have is a financial freedom for them. You can buy anything they want to buy. But financial freedom is not in your expecting that the first money that comes to you is to go and buy a car. No. The first money that comes to you, you should go back to the business, what you're doing. You should get to the point where if you take out something from the business, you won't even notice. Like you never did before you say you want to. So are you going to have that patience? If you are not patient, there's no need. So mentorship, vision, aligning your vision will help you know your goal. And then you have, like I said, patience. Patience, you have to be patient. If you're not patient, you will miss it.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. What do you think the future holds for lighting and effects in Nigeria and across Africa as a whole?
Like Nigeria has always been the big brother in Africa. There's nothing Nigeria starts, anything we touch, we actually bring out the professionalism in it, the professorship of that thing. Let's take us to the music industry, even the film industry. There has been Hollywood, yes, with all Hollywood movies, when the Nollywood came in, even though they said Nollywood was nothing wood. That was how that Nollywood name came, was they saw it as this is nothing wood. But today it's recognized all over the world. down to our music industry. There's nowhere in the world that you will go to that you won't, in 5 minutes, when you sit down in 5 minutes, you definitely hear a Nigerian song played. And I see also the lighting evolve in Nigeria. It is evolving. It has not gotten there yet, because up to till date, till date, the light guys are still not appreciated as they ought to. The focus is usually on, when you come to the nightclubs, the focus is on the DJs. But the light guy does most job than the DJ does. Like I was saying earlier,
their importance is not that yet recognized.
The importance, yes, they're not recognized. So, and the need to recognize them is important, because it will also help in the confidence of the guys. Because the guys always feel left out, that no matter what I do, I'm never going to be recognized. And that kills a lot of passions. You see a lot of people who want to get into the industry, who want to take that as a career path. But the fact that they are not seeing a future, because they feel no matter what I do. But like I said, the future is very bright from where we are now. I know that even in the next for me, I'm seeing 5 years from now, we should have at least gotten to a significant growth of the industry, because that has evolved from what, like you said, from where you asked the question 10 years ago, used to be just plugging lights, they're on self-test and all that, but now there's a controller. So, and then lighting is evolving. There are now controls where you don't need 3 different people controlling light, sound, screen. Just the controller. The light person is the light person, is a sound person, is a screen person. We sync everything just into one console. That's evolved, yes. That's been evolving. So, and not too many persons have adopted that in this country. But we're going there, and I see that as something that would be, maybe in the next 1 year or 2, that will be cracked, and other innovations too.
What's the next big goal for Nourch Broadcast Light and Effects?
Nourch Broadcast is actually looking at having a light academy. Even though we have been doing it underground, where we have young minds who want to go through the career path, of lighting, join us for training courses. We take them around locations. They're actually seeing it live as it's ongoing. Then we train them, because we also prefer services of providing light controllers for most of the places we have our installations. So we train you and then send you forth so that you can grow. You grow in the job. So the goal to actually have a well put together academy for study of light. Like I said, there's nowhere in Nigerian curriculum today that you can tell anything about light study. All we have is electrical electronics, as electrical wiring of the house and all that. But this is a part that should be maybe in theater arts. You should have, just like you have in medicine. You have some people who study anatomy, some study one particular course and all that in medicine. Like that's the same way it should be with theater arts. You have cinematography, those who are the artists, those who do lighting, and all. That's actually, that curriculum should be adopted, that kind of a thing. So until then, we are actually trying to see how we can actually set up an academy, where we can actually probably start on a low, pending the recognition to adopting it as a part of our curriculums.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Lastly, do you have any final thoughts or message for aspiring entrepreneurs and industry professionals?
Integrity. Integrity is all you need to become anything you want to be in life. There's this saying that he who has someone is better than somebody that has money. Yeah, what I mean is an Igbo adage that if you have somebody, it's better than having money. And it's only being someone of integrity that can make you be in that line. Because when someone knows that you're competent, you're easily referred to anything at all. So that's why I hold integrity as my first friend in everything that I do. Anyone who wants to be an entrepreneur should learn the act of being very transparent. Let your word be your bond. Patience, I said earlier, should be a virtue. Of course, you always have bad days. Your patience will always help you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ronald. It's nice having you around, and I really appreciate it. That would be all.
It's all right.